Midjourney's brand new feature, Moodboards, totally unlocks the Pixar-inspired style that you're seeing here. So much so that you can quickly and easily design any character, create enough references to put those characters into beautiful scenes, and have the styles match well enough between images to tell visually coherent stories with consistent characters. I use this feature to do this in a modern, expressive animation style. But you can follow the workflows I talk about in this video and use mood boards to develop any style you want. I'll walk you through everything you need to know, starting with what is this feature and how does it work? Midjourney Mood Boards lets you upload or select collections of images from your gallery and uses your selections to learn the aesthetic you care about from those images, and lets you create more of them with a matching vibe, even if you use very simple prompts. This used to be almost impossible. Really, until this week, there was almost no way to narrow in and refine a single style you love in a way you can recreate that style consistently. And that's what mood boards let you do, if you use them correctly. If you add enough images that have an aesthetic that is both diverse enough and consistent enough, Midjourney becomes reliable at recreating the style you provided. It's actually funny. Before this feature came out, I was working on a video trying to teach you guys how to reliably design complex Pixar characters that you could use and reuse consistently for any project. And the best process I came up with involved creating character sheets that looked like this. As luck would have it, when Midjourney was about to release Moodboard, I already had dozens of these ready to go. So when I read this announcement, as a test, I just tried uploading all of the sheets I'd been developing. And instantly, the results were amazing. It went from the challenging work of refining and building a character in the editor to being able to write an extremely straightforward prompt for a pose sheet of a character who, for example, is a carrot. And in one shot, on that single prompt, I would get 3 angles of a consistent carrot character who is immediately ready to turn into a C-ref. My --p personalized profile was nowhere near this good. With that prompt and a direct reference of the Pixar style, it created some lumpy little orange potatoes that seemed like they were drawn by hand, not really Pixar at all, and it didn't even change the angle or pose basically at all. Midjourney's default profile, without --p, was even worse. It landed on the Pixar style better, but it couldn't even make the characters match each other. Best case, they looked like cousins doing the same pose. Worst case, well, their colors match, but he probably should have had a mouth. I think you can understand how getting good results like this took a lot of time in the editor, and why I was making an entire video on it. But with the mood board set up, the style was well defined enough that I could now turn any generic idea into compelling characters. If I wanted to make myself in this style, all I had to do now was grab some references of myself to use as a C-ref and make one of these sheets. Okay, sometimes it sucks, but that's just because C-ref is too aggressive at controlling the image. It's overpowering the mood board, so we need to dial it back some. And C-ref has a feature to do exactly that. We turn down the character weight. I could generate again with CW at 10, and then I get new references of me that, instead of looking like mashed up pictures, actually capture my essence really well by exaggerating my poofy hair and eyes in a way that matches the animation style I'm going for. If I wanted to create a centaur, I could create a horse, then open the editor, erase out his head, and replace him with a man. I could do the same thing for a hawk, who has the body of a rat and the head of the lion. All those pose sheets I made unlocked a whole variety of kinds of characters I can now make in this style that would have been painstaking to create without having a way like this to tell Midjourney exactly the aesthetic I'm after. So now, like me, if you're on the Midjourney Alpha site, you can go to the Personalize tab and create a mood board of your own. You are able to upload, add from a link, or choose images from your gallery to create and refine a style. I called this one Multiplied Characters, and I got to work on this one, Expressive Animation. With the 2 mood boards, my workflow for creating a consistent character in this style becomes extremely simple. On the Create tab, I click Settings, I turn on Personalize, and then select my Multiplied Character profile. I make sure it's the only one I have selected, and then I write a simple prompt describing a 3-panel view of the same dog character wearing a purple suit, green tie, waving and happy on a white background. This prompt is how I'll be creating the C-refs that I need to create my characters. And because my mood board is full of scenes like this, Midjourney knows exactly how to interpret my prompt, immediately creating the exact images I need. I get 3 poses of my dog character on a pure white background so that each copy is different enough to use as its own C-ref. I could go into the editor and make changes to this image, but actually I love this little guy. Now I can very simply use the snipping tool. On Windows, I press Win-Shift-S, and I'm able to drag a rectangle around my character and paste it into the prompt bar. I can repeat that 3 times for the full body version of this character, and 3 more times for the headshot. I immediately have 6 different character references that are extremely effective at creating this character. Now I switch to my next mood board, from multiplied character to expressive animation. Now, by locking in these references, I can type any simple prompt to put my character into a scene. How about a dog wearing a purple suit and green tie, riding a roller coaster? And how about tongue sticking out? I can generate him and, oh my god, I'm excited. Look at how adorable he is. I love him so much. The flopped tongue in this image is just fantastic. Obviously, it's just as easy to create him dancing on stage, chasing after a tennis ball, or eating your homework. Having these 2 carefully designed mood boards is so great and makes consistent characters basically instant in this format. But when I started this second mood board, the results didn't adhere to this style nearly as well, right? Because I didn't have great examples for my target style. So I had to slowly build them up from almost nothing. It's kind of like a catch-22. You want Midjourney to reliably create Pixar-style images for you, but it doesn't do that yet, so you don't have any and can't make a mood board. So when I was making this one, I was running into that exact problem. Before I knew how Moodboard works, I actually thought these 2 profiles would be fine as a single mood board. I thought I could have one Pixar style and have it do everything. It sort of worked, but it was a lot less reliable than what I'm using now. I got white backgrounds on my images a lot when I was trying to ask for scenes. I had characters showing up multiple times when they really should have just been there once. And I even ended up with these like watercolor and pencil styles when I wasn't asking for that at all. That's when I started adding the best fully rendered images that I had been creating so far, and I went down a rabbit hole. I ended up creating almost, hey, let me check. Almost, oh my god, 1,207 images out of this one mood board. Somewhere in the middle of all that, I learned mood boards only let you add 100 images to them right now. But that was actually a bit of a blessing, because I discovered that taking images out was the key to making my results more consistent. Before then, I had some images that I only sort of liked contributing to the style. So when I removed them, the bar for the images to end up in my profile got higher, and consequently, the results got better too. If you end up going down this path, you should know it takes quite a bit of refining and trading one image for another. To make my mood board effective, I tried to get a good balance of people and animal characters, kids and adults, and also a good mix of emotions and a variety of lighting conditions. Right? I'm trying to achieve a diverse set of images so that Midjourney will know what to do with any prompt I write. If you take the time to make your mood board an amazing sample of images just like the ones you want to create, I promise you'll grow to love what it eventually starts creating for you. For me, this combo of mood boards to create references and to place characters into scenes speeds up everything I try to do in this style. It saves me a ton of time, but I also feel like the results have a kind of charm that AI art, even from Midjourney, is often missing for me. If you do like my specific mood board and you want a little shortcut to start where I left off at making your own similar profiles, I am going to be selling a zip file with all the references that make up both of these 2 mood boards. So all you have to do is download it, extract the files, then in Midjourney under Personalize, you can create your own mood boards and upload all the images at once. You can then, of course, name the profiles, and then the workflows I showed you will start working immediately as I described. And also, you get to make them your own and edit and swap out the images from there. I'll be selling it on my own website at what I hope is a reasonable price for you guys. Not only is it a great way to create amazing characters in any scene you want, it is probably also the best way right now that you can support me directly. Though, clicking the like button also helps. Thank you so much for watching, good luck on your projects, and I'll see you on the next one.